What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about the latest Xbox controversy, because this time things are very different. This isn't some screw up by Microsoft. It's not about some bad sales numbers with Game Pass or something like that. Instead, this controversy is arising from some incredibly angry Xbox fans who are claiming there is an Xbox tax, that any game that goes to the Xbox Series X is automatically hated. And I want to explore this concept with a lot of their examples because obviously this is incredibly stupid, but I still think the idea of it is honestly pretty funny. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm DreamcastGuy. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. But before we actually dig into this incredibly goofy topic, let's thank the sponsor of this video, Persona 5 Tactica. This video is sponsored by Atlas. Persona 5 Tactica comes out on November 17th for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Nintendo Switch, and of course PC, and this is the next chapter in the Persona 5 universe, but this time with a cool tactical twist. Instead of the standard turn-based combat that's existed in the previous games, now battles are much more freeform, allowing us to move around, flanking foes, and unleashing even bigger special attacks. Something I really enjoyed about Tactica is this totally new art style. Seeing the Phantom Thieves of Hearts that we already know and love coming up for another awesome quest, but this time with a fresh new look, is great. I mean, just look at these special attacks. That's so freaking neat. But if you want to try this for yourself, Atlas did provide me a special link so you can get the game. It's at the top of the description box. It's the pinned comment. So go try it out for yourself. Persona 5 Tactica is going to be so fun to beat. So click that and buy it today. Now, where this actual anger originally bubbled up is from the Game Awards. These now have the nominations have been announced as of a couple days ago, and it feels like most of the internet is rather mixed about which of these games deserves to be here. It seems like the biggest controversy in general when it comes to these nominations is Mario Wonder and Resident Evil 4 Remake. Now, I think both these games definitely deserve to be there. They got incredibly high review scores, and I mean, let's face it, they're incredibly fun games, but people are saying they are less worthy than some other games that came out. But more than that, Xbox fans are freaking out because obviously there is no Starfield and there's no Hi-Fi Rush. Those are the two Xbox games that came out this year, and neither of them even really got any major nominations. I mean, Hi-Fi Rush got Best Soundtrack and Starfield got Best RPG, but let's face it, it's definitely not going to win that. So it's in a weird spot. So a lot of Xbox people are straight up just saying, F the Game Awards. Straight up screw it. I've even seen people literally listing it out, saying every single aspect of the Game Awards is now 100% worthless. Cyberpunk doesn't deserve to get Best Ongoing Game. Hogwarts Legacy got 0 nominations. Starfield is Best RPG. Forza got Best Racing Game as a nomination. Destiny 2 as Best Live Game, which now a lot of Xbox people are just saying that's a Sony pony project. Spider-Man 2 is nominated for a lot of different categories. Final Fantasy 16 nominated for final categories. They're mad. They're definitely big mad. But I think it goes more than that. I think it's that a lot of people are beginning to say that this feels like there is some sort of unseen bias. People are calling it the Xbox tax. Now, even if you want to just break down that idea, it's just a stupid concept. Think about the fact that all these websites, all these different mega conglomerates, they're very different companies. They're definitely not secretly meeting together to hate the Xbox. I mean, maybe, hypothetically, it's just that Xbox isn't putting out as good of games. This is not me blasting it. I'm not saying Xbox sucks, but if you compare the grand scale of something like Final Fantasy 16, which is big and focused and cool and has crazy side quests and beautiful vistas and obviously some of the best acting of the year. That's why it's nominated for Best Acting of the Year. And you compare something like that to Starfield, it's just going to be a little bit of a balanced comparison. Like, Starfield is not trash. It's not a dumpster fire, but it's forgettable. It's just a totally average 7 out of 10 game. Now, I know that some people are going to say that it's the best game they've ever played. I still see a lot of people saying it's one of their favorite games, even if it doesn't get nominated. It's not perfect, but it does what it does well. It's doing it the best it can. Some of the best and most memorable quest lines of the year were in this game. Now, especially this, Okami Games, I think his takes are incredibly based, but especially this, the one where you go to Old NASA, that's the best part of the entirety of the game. If all of Starfield was as good as this mission, yeah, I do think it'd get this Game of the Year nomination. But I think the problem is that people are adding this extra layer of ill intent. Anytime any Xbox game gets bad review scores, it's automatically the evil games media. And then anytime it does get good review scores, it's deserved. There's this extra layer of bias from the fan base as to what they expect games journalists to say. And I'm not being rude, but the main reason you're not seeing Xbox games get nominated isn't that the judges hate Xbox or that Jeff Keighley personally wants it to fail. It's just the fact that, honestly, people have moved on. I mean, nobody's even playing Starfield. I mean, the numbers are so incredibly low. Now, this is a little bit weird. This is on Steam. Obviously, a lot of people are playing it on the Xbox console, or they're playing it on the Game Pass app for PC. So I'm still, a decent amount of people, I'm sure, are playing Starfield. It's just that more people are playing Skyrim. It's just that a lot of people have moved on. It was a surprisingly empty experience. Even major people are talking about the fact that Starfield came out and then they just bounced off it. It didn't grab me like I expected. But going back to the original concept of the Xbox tax, people are making this comparison saying that when Xbox does bad, everybody jumps on it. Whenever there's a game review and it comes out on multiple consoles, the Xbox version gets dragged the hardest. The idea of the Xbox tax in general is silly, but this is their primary piece of evidence, which is that a game that, like Death Stranding, got an 82 on Metacritic and ended up winning a ton of awards, but oh no, it's on a Sony console, whereas Gears of War 5, which I will defend, I'm a big Gears of War fanatic, that also got about the same score, and it didn't really win anything. But I think the bias that people are accidentally forgetting is, I want to call it the journalism tax. This isn't that people are automatically gravitating towards hating the Xbox. It's that a lot of people that actually do these award ceremonies, that set stuff up, they like big, hoity-toity, crazy epic stories and dramatic set pieces and really long cutscenes that have Hollywood actors in them. And again, I'm not even hating. I like those kind of games too. But think about it. There are games that come out as PlayStation games that didn't get any nominations. Like, look, everybody hated Forspoken. Is that PlayStation tax? No, it's that this game freaking sucks. Or here's the one I think did get snubbed. And I'm not going to blame this on RPG tax or Sony tax or Square Enix tax. Freaking this is the best RPG of the year. Octopath Traveler 2 is a masterpiece. It is so long, it is so good, it is so deep, and yet no nominations. It didn't even get the freaking pity nomination for Best RPG. You know what? I'm going to actually throw this out there. Here's my hot take. Take Starfield off of Best RPG, put this in the nomination. I mean, maybe that sounds like I'm being overly harsh, but this is a better, bigger, more groundbreaking, more entertaining, more wholesome adventure, more beautiful adventure than Starfield, which is just a big, bleak, empty sandbox with 8 billion load screens. There is no Xbox tax. If the game you love is not getting nominated, ask the judges why they picked what they picked. This is not some grand Machiavellian network to hate the games you love. It's just bad luck. You need to really be asking Xbox why they aren't putting out more games and better games. Maybe Fable will come out and completely blow our minds and get a bunch of Game of the Year nominations. And that'd be awesome. I mean, it's all about the future. Let's see what actually comes next. I'm just hoping that Elder Scrolls 6 is more memorable than freaking Starfield was. Whenever that comes out, probably 2027. But what do you guys think about the idea of the Xbox tax? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. By the way, this is totally random. I was on the news in Canada. There's like a YouTube channel called CHCH, or sorry, not YouTube channel. There's a TV channel called CHCH. It's like news channel in Toronto. They interviewed me about the Game Awards. It's weird to be on TV. I'm a TV expert now. I'm a video game expert. They did put my legal name though, which is very cringe. But hey, still cool. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.